Yeah. So like this, we can install whatever the supported files you want. So now what I'm trying to do, every time I need to, if suppose I have a question here, here I have a project, and if I'm going to place this project in other machine, is I need to install everything like this again manually? Basically yes. But now what I'm trying to do, instead of doing that, I'm going to create a JSON object, okay, which is named as a package.json. That package.json we can create using npm init. Okay. Once you hit this npm init, right, it's going to ask you some information. Just follow that information questions and give the proper answers for that. Okay. It's asking name of your project, of your JSON. So I'm going to give webinar version 1.0.0. Okay. Description. What you're going to implement with this package.json. I'm going to say implement implementing Angular 1 app with the help of Bootstrap and Node. Node. Okay. Entry point, test commands if you have anything, Git repository. If you have a Git repository path, you can give that repository here. Okay. Keywords. So here you can give, I'm going to give AngularJS, Angular, Node, and what else? Bootstrap, etc. Whatever I want to give, I can give keywords. So where I can use these keywords, in the Git repository, if you want to, if you are trying to search with a keyword, in that my project need to be shown in the Git repository. So these keywords will be used in my Git repository to search for the particular sections. Okay, that's the reason I have a keyword, and author will be, I'm going to give my name as a Sai, license, and it's going to create my package.json. See, it's asking, is this okay, yes or no? I'm sorry. So, if you observe in this project folder, right, I'm saying yes. Here I got the package.json. Now, if you try to open this package.json in the Sublime text editor, see whatever I entered there, you're able to see that. Name of my project is webinar, and the description whatever given there, and keywords, author. Okay, I just created a package.json. So from now, whatever I'm trying to install, I'm going to add that installations in this package.json. So previously, before going to create this package.json, right, I installed a gulp file, right, npm install gulp. If you observe this package.json, here I have a dependencies, and in that I am able to see gulp. Okay, it's registered in the package.json. Now I'm trying to install, uh, uh, so I need to create a server also, right? So that's the reason I'm installing another package called npm install browser-sync. There is a package, and try to observe, I'm just giving --save and press enter. It's going to add into dependencies. I'm not doing anything, I'm just installing that with the keyword called --save. So it's going to add in your dependencies in the package.json. It will take a few seconds again, and make sure your system is connected to internet. So it's going to take a few more seconds, I guess. Install, and now Once I came into this package.json, I'm able to see power-sync is the version of 2.18.7, latest version in the Git repository in npm, Node Package Manager. Okay, like this, we are going to maintain it. So, and let's come back to the one step back. So I said, if I'm going to place this project folder into other machine, then again I need to reinstall this stuff, not required. So my package.json is available. So what I need to do, I can run npm install simply. So npm install is going to check the package.json in your project folder, and whatever the dependencies and dev dependencies you have, it's going to install all those softwares in your project folder. No need to do manually like I want to install PowerSync, Gulp, Angular, etc. etc. Okay. So now I'm going to install another package which is nothing but Power, and I'm going to save it. As I already told you, this Power is a front-end package manager. All your front-end frameworks, libraries will be available in this Power package. So I'm just installing it. Yeah, done. And now here I have a Power component. Okay. Now I created a package.json. Inside I have a lot of stuff here, Bower, browser sync, gulp, etc. And now I want to create, I'm not taking any Angular, any Bootstrap right now. Okay, I'm just creating a small HTML program with a hello world, but I want to run that hello world program in a browser with some port number using nodejs. Okay, for that, what I'm going to give in my project folder, I'm just taking it as a gulp file, gulp file.js. So I'm going to write a gulp task here. Okay, I need to give a information to the browser that execute this task one by one, something like that. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, where gulp, this is the node program, I'm sorry, node programming, okay, where gulp is equal to require of gulp. Okay, it's going to check whether the gulp is installed or not. Yes, it's installed. Just a second. I'm sorry. Okay, so whether the gulp is installed or not. Yes, I already made an execution command called npm install gulp, right? So that will help here. Require gulp is installed, and after that, I'm going to check browser. I'm sorry. Okay, require browser -sync. This is also I install in my package manager, right, in my project. So after that, what I'm trying to do, I'm just creating a task in gulp using gulp.task. Okay. Here I'm going, this is a method actually. This is a JavaScript function. So in this I'm passing two parameters. Okay. One is a string, one is a callback function. So in the string, I'm going to say my app serve. Okay. In this function, what I'm going to do, browser sync dot init, and I'm passing an object inside. Okay. Now, in this I'm going to say notify false. It is not mandatory. If you want, you can make it, or else you can remove it. So what it's going to do, it's going to stop your notifications in the browser. Suppose when I'm running my applications, I may get a WhatsApp messages coming. Okay, some WebEx meeting is starting, something like message. You will get some notifications, right? This will help us to stop that notifications in your particular tab. Okay. After that, I'm going to create my port number. So this port number will be, I'm going to say 8080. So you can directly give a 9, any number. You can give any number here, okay? And after that, I'm going to create a server package. Server. In this server, I'm going to write what is the root directory for this server. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create another other folder called application or app, anything. So this app is my actual project folder. Up to now, I just discussed about the installations, how to create a package.json, creating a gulp file. This is not help to upload in the server. Okay, this is helps us to run our local code base. So finally, we need to create a package for our project folder, and then we need to share that to your backend team. So then what I need to do, I will share this app folder to my backend team. I'm not going to share entire information to the backend team. Okay, this is automation programming for my front-end code implementation. Getting my point? So you'll get a few more points in going front. So what I'm going to do, server, and I'm going to say base directory, which is nothing but my app folder. Sorry. And after that, I'm going to create a route. Okay. In this route, I'm sorry, it's routes, I guess. Yeah. In this routes, what I'm going to say, something like okay, anyways, I'm not going to use this as of now because I'm not running anything in the Power, right? So let make a base directory. That's it. Okay. Now I'm going to, in the app folder, I'm going to create a normal HTML, index.html. Okay. HTML. I'm going to say hello world. Okay. Here I can say h1. Sorry. Hello world. Right? And now go to the command prompt. What I will do, I need to run the gulp task, right? Because I already created a task which is with the name of app server. I'm sorry. Okay, and I can say gulp space, give that name, app server, and press enter. And it's going to take a few seconds. It's going to open your browser with the local host. And if you see, it's saying my project is running in the local host 8080. So go to the Chrome. I'm going to say localhost 8080. See, I got the hello world with the localhost 8080. Now here I'm not using any Apache Tomcat server, right? I'm just using a node. It's a platform for us to create a platform for our front-end applications. So I work with, I'm working with the companies from last 10 years. So I can say if I want to test a application in a local host, I need to install the dependencies like RAD, Eclipse, and Apache Tomcat, etc., etc. But here I no need to do that. I have a Node.js package manager, so I can do that using Node.js, and I can run my local host, and I can do whatever I can do. And even the main advantages with this is we can minify our JavaScript and CSS files automatically. And here I'll give you one more point here. I'm going to write gulp.watch statement, and here I'm trying to do what is there inside the app folder. Okay, if anything is changed in it, on change. Okay, what I'm going to do, browser sync dot reload. What this is, the gulp.watch is going to do. The gulp.watch is going to watch your app folder. If anything is changed inside it, it will refresh your browser. Okay, so basically in market what we will do, we will do some change, go to the page, refresh it again, but here I no need to do that. Okay, let's see, this is before I returned a gulp.watch. Okay, in this hello world I'm going to say hello UIDESK. I'm just changing it. Okay, hello UIDESK, and see, it's not refreshing. I need to do manually, right? So let me stop this server again. If you want to stop this gulp execution, you need to press Ctrl C. So it will terminate that gulp task. Okay, and after that what I'm going to do, again I'm running it gulp app server, because I changed that gulp file.js, right? Now I created 8080 again, go here, and now I'll show you where is my, yes, like this, and instead of UIDESK I'm going to say hello old again, come back, and let's press Control S. If you see in the browser also it's automatically updated. Let me take like this, hello, this is Sai from UIDESK. Okay, let's press Control S. I'm going to save this. Automatically my browser is updating that context, whatever I did here. Automation. You no need to go to the browser, refresh the page, check whether it's working or not. You can avoid that part. Okay, it's going to give you automation for this, for your application server, for your applications, project applications. Okay, now we created a gulp file. We already created a task, and we created an index.html, and we are able to successfully run it in the browser with a local host with a port of 8080. Now let's jump into the main picture. So we need to work with Angular Bootstrap, right? So what I'm going to do, I need to install Angular first of all, and Bootstrap. Anything is fine. If you want to install Bootstrap first, no issues. If you want to install AngularJS, no issues. Anything is fine. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I already installed Bower component, which is a node package manager, front-end package manager, I can say. Okay. So I'm going to say Bower install. Okay. I want to install Angular. Okay. I want to install Angular. Bower install Angular. Now press enter. And in this project, you are able to see node modules only and gulp file package.json. Now, after this installation, you are able to see Bower underscore components project folder. Let's see. Yes, see here, Bower underscore components. If you open this, inside you are able to see AngularJS, whatever I installed. Okay. Now, I'm trying to install Bootstrap also. So, Bower install Bootstrap. Press enter. So when the Bootstrap is installing, right? Bootstrap is depends on jQuery file for JavaScript functionality. So automatically it's going to install jQuery also. See, Power install jQuery. If Angular is depending on any other frameworks, when you install that Power install AngularJS, right? It's automatically install the dependencies also. That is one more advantages with this Power component. Okay. Now if you see, open your Power components, I'm able to see the Bootstrap and I'm able to see the jQuery files as well. Okay. Now let's work with this Angular and Bootstrap. Before going to that, in the gulp file, what I'm trying to do here, I'm just creating a route. Okay. And here I'm just taking slash Bower underscore components colon Bower underscore components. Yes, this is like this. I'm just creating a route here. I'll tell you why I created this. Okay. Now in the index.html, first of all, I want to load my Bootstrap CSS. So write your link file, and here in this link, we need to check the Bower component, and inside I have a Bootstrap. But where is your Bootstrap file? We are not able to see that, right? So we need to understand the project structure here for the Bootstrap file. So here it is a dist, which is nothing but destination. So in this destination folder, you will have all the packages. But in other projects also, we will have the same structure. No, I'm sorry, structure will be different. So we need to identify that, and we need to take the proper file for that. Okay. See here I'm doing Power underscore components slash, what is it? Bootstrap slash dist slash css slash bootstrap dot min dot css. Bootstrap dot min dot css. That means I'm able to load my bootstrap dot css. Let's check whether it's working or not. So what I'm trying to do, div dot container. I'm using Sublime text editor, right? So writing a HTML code is pretty easy here because I'm trying to say I want to write a H1, okay, and I can press tab. Automatically, it's going to create my H1 element, and inside I can write whatever the content I want. This is a Bootstrap application. I want to make this center of the, I want to show that content in the center of the page, right? So what I will do, see, I'm going to do one more step here. I'm writing a H1 tag and I want to class name text center, which is there in the Bootstrap. So I can write dot text hyphen center and press tab. It's a Sublime text editor is giving some help to us, and it's going to create a H1 tag with the class is equal to text center. And then I'm going to paste this here. Okay, and go to the browser. Before that, we need to run our server. Right. See, this is the Bootstrap application server. Okay, your Bootstrap is loading now. Good. Now, my CSS, Bootstrap CSS is loading, and what I need to do, I want to load my AngularJS files. So make sure, guys, you're writing your JavaScript before closing the body tag. It's a performance issue, so we need to write JavaScript files before closing your body tag. Okay, so now I'm going to say src is equal to, and come here in the power components slash, okay, angular slash angular.min.js. So you can take that angular.min.js. Okay, so basically, if you want to do an Angular applications, what we will do, we will go to the Angular website and we'll download it. Now we are not downloading it. Using a Node package manager and Bower package manager, we are installing it in our local. Okay, and now after this Angular, I'm going to create my our project application. So I'm going to say app.js. In this, I'm going to write my custom component here. Okay, app.js. Now point that app.js here. src is equal to js slash app.js. And I told you, I'm going to show you where I'm using this routes, right? Here in the index.html, I'm writing power component slash angular.min.js. I hope everyone knows about the URL path. We have two types of path. One is a relative path, one is an absolute path, right? So if you let's open my project folder. If you try to understand where is the index.html, it is there inside the app folder. But where is the power component? It is there outside of the app folder. Then how it is connecting here? Using power underscore component in the index.html. Basically what we need to do, we need to do like dot slash power component slash angular.min.js. But we are not writing like that. We are using directly power component. This is going to help us in the gulp file. Sorry, not gulp file. Where is this? Yeah, gulp file in the routes. Sorry. Okay, it's going to take that route and it's going to provide a power underscore components directly to us. Okay, so now Angular is running, my app.js is there, and if you want to load a jQuery also, it's already installed in your machine, in your project folder. So I can say our components jQuery dist jQuery.min.js. So I can go for our component jQuery dist jQuery.min.js. Okay, my jQuery is also available here. If you want to do any DOM manipulations, you can do with this. Okay, next. So let's come up to my app.js. I'm going to create a AngularJS module. I hope you guys know about the AngularJS. So I'm just creating it a module where my module is equal to Angular dot module of, I'm going to say it's like mobile store. Okay, and here I'm going to pass an array. So whatever the dependencies I have, I can pass this inside this array. Okay, now what I'm doing, my module dot, I'm just creating a controller of function, and inside I'm passing scope. Okay, and I'm going to create a variable with the help of a scope. Okay, dollar scope dot, I can say username is equal to, I can go for John Mike. Sorry. Okay, now I want to render this username here in the front end. Okay, I want to say hello. I think you guys already know about a templating in AngularJS. Templating is strictly following the HTML5 templating. Okay, so here I have an expression symbol, expression, and I can say username. Okay, if you want to execute this, I'm loading the AngularJS, but I'm not registered that HTML with my Angular module. Okay, so first I need to do that. So registering a module is very important. So if you're trying to do with any particular tag, the module will be registered with the scope of from line number 7 to line number 10 only. Okay, so what is this module? Let's give a few information of this. What is the main advantages of AngularJS is to create a to develop, I can say, to develop a large scale applications. Okay, let us take an example. Suppose I have a banking domain. In the banking domain, I have a credit cards, I have a personal cards, I have a user savings account, current account, right? And what do you call demand drafts we can take, and we can go and initiate a check, etc., etc. We have a lot of stuff there. So it is a huge application. It's a big application. If you want to develop that applications, AngularJS is very helpful to that. Okay, how? The main question we'll get is how. Here we are going to split each and every module, each and every concept as a separate module, and we can split it into a components, and we can use that components here, and if you want the same component in other place also, you can use that same component. Reusability of code will be very high here in the AngularJS. Okay, so for that reason, what I'm going to do, I already created a module of a mobile store. So I'm going to register that with my HTML using a directive called ng-app. Okay, so basically AngularJS is a MVC framework. People will say MVC, right? MVC, but it is an MVW, model view whatever. Why we are getting whatever means, here we are communicating our view part and a model part with a module, as I told you, with the mobile store module, and I can communicate this view and model with the controller, and I can communicate these two with a directive, etc. So that's the reason we can communicate a model and view using different methodologies. That's the reason AngularJS is not a MVC, it is a MVW. Both are same. There is no difference between MVC and MVW, but MVC is Modal view controller. We are going to communicate a modal and view with the controller, but coming to MVW, we are communicating modal and view with a different approaches. That's why we are saying it is a modal view, whatever. Okay. So here I am communicating my view part with the modal using mobile stores my module which I created here. And this app.js I am already loading into my view. So once you load this module, right, it's going to register your HTML to this mobile store module. So whatever the what do you call libraries, whatever the methods, whatever the things, everything which is there in the AngularJS is going to register with your mobile stores, which is there in the module with your Angular module. Now I can use a controller, directive services, etc., which is there in the Angular applications. Okay. Now here, now see the expression here. If you want to execute this expression, we need to use that controller also. So I need to give a name. Sorry, I forgot. I'm going to give a name called CNTR, something, a simple controller. So now go here. I'm just binding that controller to this controller. I can say CNTR. Okay. Now try to refresh your page. Hey, see, I'm not refreshing it. Automatically, Node is taking care of that. I got hello John Mike. Okay. So to better understanding, what I will do, let's make it like this. This will help us. And I just given a name here, hello John Mike. And if you try to update it, we'll see that. And I'll show you a small example. One more example here. I'm going to take an input type as equal to text, value is equal to, I'm going to say this username, and I'm going to say ng-modal is equal to, I can say username. Okay. So when I saved it, I'm able to see the input field here, and I'm able to see the John Mike inside the value. Okay. Before that, for the accessibility purpose, I'm just taking a label, and I'm going to say username for username. Sorry, it's username, and this username we need to provide it to ID is equal to username. This is for accessibility purpose. Okay. Now I'm trying to update this variable here, but I want to see what is the old value, what is the new value. So basically we have a two-way data binding in the AngularJS, right? How we are going to watch this variable? So I can do $scope.watch of, okay, I think it's $scope.watch. Yeah. And which variable you want to watch? I want to watch username. Okay, comma, function of, I'm going to say new value, comma, old value. And I'm going to say console.log new value plus old value. And username, we can provide it to a string. Now let me open the console also and take the console. See, John Mike, and I'm trying to update this to something like chess. If you see, I'm able to see the console.log here. This is the old value, Jess. New value is Jess. One more Z is there. Okay. I can watch each and every variable, scope variables, and I can do whatever I want to do. If your variable is updating, then you want to show some message, you can show it. If anything is happening, you can do that. Okay. This is comes under AngularJS framework. Now, Okay, watch is done and we created a controller. Everything is fine now. Let's create a JSON object. I already have a JSON right with me. This JSON. I want to get the information from this JSON. I want to show it in the front end. So now in the app, I'm just taking another folder called response, and I'm going to place that response here. And let's open this package.json and see what happened here. Here I have a status. I already created a JSON here. So here I have a status success. Yes, and status code will be 001. Copyrights at UIDESK. Author will be UIDESK. And the results. This is the main part for my mobiles, which I want to show it to the front end. Okay. So to show this, what I'm trying to do, I need to write an AJAX call. Okay, XML HTTP request. To make that in the AngularJs, we need to pass one more parameter for the controller, which is nothing but $HTTP. Okay, I'm passing that and I'm going to do $HTTP dot get of, from where we need to get the information. I don't have any server now, right? I just created a dummy project folder. Dummy folder. Inside I have a JSON object. So I need to get the data from the response slash, what is that? Mobile response.json. Mobile response.json. So once we got the JSON, and we can say then function of, and here I have a data, and I can pass status, comma, headers, and config. Okay, now just put a console.log of data instead of, yep, data is also fine. Now go to the browser, see my data is available here in the console.log. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do, instead of seeing in the console.log, let's create one more variable, one more scope variable, scope dot, I can say, what is this, results, is equal to data dot results. Why I'm saying data. If you see, this is my console.log. Inside I have a data object. Inside that data I have my JSON object. So obviously we need to do data dot results, right? So this is the data here, and inside I have a data object, and inside I have a results. So I'm storing that into the results scope variable. Now come to the front end. In the view part, what I'm trying to do, I'm just creating a ULLI. Okay, and I'm going to write ng-repeat is equal to result in results. I'm just doing a repeat, what do you call it, iteration. So in that, if you try to understand this first, whenever you're trying to start an application, right, first understand the requirement properly, and based on that, prepare your JSON. Prepare in the sense, design your JSON. Okay, I'm expecting, in this case, I'm trying to get a multiple mobiles into the front end. So how I need to get the multiple images multiple objects into my front end? Either it can be an array or object. Okay, that's the reason if you try to understand these results, right, I designed it with an array JSON. I have an array. Inside key values, I have a JSON objects. This design is very important, guys, because if you designed properly, then your coding will be very easy. Your coding is also, you will do very easy. Okay, planning, the main important here. Okay, so that's the reason I'm going to get the data of the results. I'm storing in the results, and here I'm writing repeat result in results, and I can say expression result dot What is that name? Product name. Okay, okay. Result dot product name. Now go to the front end and see Samsung J2, Samsung J7, Moto G second generation. If you go to the JSON response, if you see, first product is Samsung J2. I got the Samsung J2, right? Second product is Samsung J7. Second product is Samsung J7. Third response which I got is Moto G second generation. I got Moto G second generation. Perfect. We are able to get the data from the backend and we are able to show it in the front end. But here I'm not using any server. You may ask me a question. I'm not using any server. So once we connect it to the server, right, like SOAP UI or REST UI, so how you're going to do is, you need to do, just replace this URL. That's it. Because we are going to intimate to the backend developers that I want a response like this. In the meetings, in the calls, anywhere, in the on-site team, you can update this like this, I want a response like this, or else you can drop a mail to the existing team. I'm expecting a response like this. You know, in the real time, we will have a lot of discussions with different teams. They will finalize you whether we are able to do this response or not from their perspective. So finally, we will get some approach. So based on that only, we are creating a dummy JSON and we are going to work with the dummy JSON here. So once your business logic is done, what we need to do, we need to update this URL. That's it. This URL will be provided by your backend team. If it is a Java, Salesforce, Big Data, Hadoop, etc., right? They will provide you the URL. Just replace that URL here. That's it. You no need to do any change in your code because JSON is already valid and we already discussed with our existing team, right? So I got the mobile JSON response. I'm able to see the data here. Now what I'm trying to do, I'm just hiding this. Let me comment this input field, and in this ULLI, I'm going to take. I'm taking a help of Bootstrap, and I'm going to write class is equal to. I'm going to say call hyphen. It's sm hyphen. I can say it is a. How many cells you want for a row? I'm showing you 3 mobiles. Let's make it as a 4. Okay. Now see. 1, 2, 3. SM means small device. That means still iPad. So if you want to show that in the mobile also, instead of that you can say access. Now refresh. Go to the mobile. I'm able to see Samsung J2, Samsung J7, Moto G second generation. Okay. So if you want to show, I'm able to show the product name, and I want to show some more information here. So what I'm going to do, I'm inside this li, I'm trying to write whatever I want to show. So I can take H2. See, I'm taking H2. It is also standard, guys, because I'm already using a H1 here for SEO perspective, search engine optimization. So we are not supposed to use H1 again. For one HTML, we need to use only one H1. Okay. So H2, inside this H2, I'm just placing this product name. This is my product name. After that, I'm expecting an image. Okay. Don't give SRC as of now. I'm just giving alert. Alert, I can provide the sorry, not alert, alternative. I can provide this product name only, and if you want title, you can provide that. But coming to SRC, I already have an images here. Where is it images? Yeah, I can place these images inside my app. Okay, in the images, I'm expecting first one is J2. I can go into the JSON. If you see image, I'm going to give an image URL. So I can give Samsung J2. Okay, J7. I'm just giving the application name. Motorj. What is the path? This is a JPG, JPG, JPG. No issues. All are JPG images only. So now here what I will do, here in the SRC, I'm taking an expression again. Okay, in this expression, result dot. What is that name of image? Image, right? Okay. Image dot result dot image. dot jpg. I can concatenate like this. Okay, let's try. Go to the browser. It is not loading. Why? I think I need to mention images slash. I got the images as well. See, but it's not adjusted. It's it's a very big images. That's what it's not adjusting here. So what I will do, I'm going to take a div again, place it, and for this div, I'm going to give a class called image section. So this is my custom CSS file now. I'm taking CSS. In this CSS, I'm going to say app.css. Load that CSS after the Bootstrap, because if you want to override the Bootstrap CSS, you can override that inside this app.css. Okay, so CSS slash app.css inside what I'm trying to do in the image section dot image section width is something like 200 pixels. Okay, height is something like 200 pixels. But inside I have an image, right? So that image will not be adjusted here. So what I'm going to do for the image in the Bootstrap, I have a class called image, not image, yeah, image hyphen responsive, I guess. Right. Class is equal to yeah, img hyphen responsive. Responsive. I'm not sure, but no, not image. I forgot the name. Okay, anyways, instead of that, no, I did a mistake. Class is equal to image hyphen responsive. Yeah, image hyphen responsive only. See, it's automatically adjusting for your 200 width and 200 height. Okay. So using this image responsive, I'm able to fit that images into your mobile devices. Next, after this, I want to give the specifications. You can see that specifications in the JSON response. Specifications. In that I have a RAM, in that I have a screen size, display, or else I can do one more. I can change this JSON also. Here I no need of array. I can give a direct object. Yeah, let's change it. Not required. Okay, I'm just changing my JSON. Yeah, okay. Now in the specifications, I want to show a specification one by one. So go to the HTML again. So again, ULLI and LI, and in this LI again repeat statement will be there. ng hyphen repeat is equal to specs in specifications. But specification, it's not directly a specific. We are not directly accessing that specification. We are accessing which is there inside the result object. So we need to write result dot specification. And after that, we need to work. We need to give like this. And if you want to give a label, and in that label we can provide the specification. Yeah, like spec. Okay. I can give a spec only. That means key value. That is key only. And output will be, I'm going to take a span. Inside span, I'm going to give the like spec dot. Hold on. That repeat. The repeat specification repeat is also not required actually. Specification is a normal object. It is not a JSON object, right? So you no need to go for a repeat statement again. If it is a array JSON, then we need to repeat it. So what I'm doing, so it's a small mistake. So we are no need to do this. If you want, we can put it in a comment. Place this. Okay. Now here, what I'm trying to do, it's not a spec. It's a result dot spec dot. Sorry, result dot specification dot What is it? RAM. First one is RAM. But here I'm going to mention a label, right? So what I will do, RAM, inside the expression, I can give RAM and create another line. And what is the second one? It's a screen size. So go to here, instead of RAM, screen size. Okay, let's see. RAM is 4 pixels. I mean, RAM is 4 GB. So if you want to add GB, you can add GB. Yeah, GB. Screen size is 0 as of now, but it's overwriting the image. So the main problem here is whenever you are using an images, right? Horizontally we can manage the height, but vertically we can't manage. So what I'm trying to do here, in my custom CSS, I can go for .img, okay, section space img. What is the image I have? I'm going to say it is not a background size. Okay, height 100%. So basically in the CSS, we are in image hyphen responsive, which is there in the Bootstrap class, right? It's going to manage the width of your image. It's not going to manage with your height. So that's the reason I'm overwriting that height to 100%. Okay, so I got this images like this. So like this, if you're adding a few more properties here, you can add it. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to add in the JSON, because we are running out of time. I need to give some time to you for a questionnaire. So what I'm trying to do, I'm going to add a few more objects here. So today I have in the market these mobiles. Tomorrow it may increase, right? So I'm just adding a few more objects here. Now see, I'm not doing anything here. Automation. Okay. Like this, we need to work with the real-time applications. So this is a one module I'm saying. It's a small module. We are just getting the data from the backend and we are updating in the browser and we are just intimating it. But again, we have a lot of stuff. Like if I click on here, I want to zoom this image and I want to show the image view properly, and I want to compare two objects or three objects, something like that. Okay, we have a different requirements in the real-time market. If you go to the Flipkart and check in the mobiles, you can compare Samsung J2, Samsung J7 and Moto G. How they implemented, just analysis it and try to do that logic here in the application, in your code. And in the real time, whenever you're trying to do this type of approaches, right, we will do a testing as well. So basically up to now in the market, unit testing means manual testing. We just did a manual testing, like okay, I'm able to see the Moto G, Samsung J2 images and the RAM, screen size, etc., etc. That is good. But coming to the real-time market, right? Uh, Whether your written code is perfect or not, we need to check that one. Okay, your code is executing properly or not, we need to check that. And we have a lot of stuff. For this, we have a approach called test first. Okay, test first. In this test first, we have a two types of testing approaches, I can say. It's not a different language, it's a approach. So I can say TDD, test driven development, for unit testing. This is comes under unit testing. Okay, test driven development. And again, we have a BDD, behavior driven development. Development. Okay, we need to follow these steps as well. So whenever you're writing a code, right, first in the test first approach, we will fail the test case, and again we will write the pass test case and refactor your code, execute again and pass the test case. We have some steps there. Okay, now we can do lot of stuff here. We can create a directive. In the directive you can create your custom directive and use that custom directive here. Routes concepts is there, dependency injection, there is a pattern of dependency injection. Okay, and this, we have a and we have a lot of stuff here, bootstrapping, etc., etc. Okay, and even we can reduce more HTML here because we are using a templating language, right? We can reduce most of the template. If you want to see the directive, I can give a small example for the directive. So I can go for my module dot directive. Okay, I can't show you more here because of the time lag. Okay, if you want to learn more, join us. Okay, join with our institute. So here I'm going to say my module dot directive. I'm going to say my app, and here I'm just passing a function, and here I'm going to return an object, and here I'm going to restrict because a directive is nothing but a HTML element. Okay, we are creating a custom HTML element here. Okay, that, and I can create in a 4 different ways. One is what do you call element, attribute, class, and comment. So here I'm creating a directive with the help of element. So restrict E, which indicates element. Okay, after that I'm going to give a template, and here I'm going to say h1 hello, this is a custom directive. Okay, now I can use this directive in my view part wherever you want. After this username, I can go for my app, but the syntax will be like my app. Let's go to the browser. Hello, this is the custom directive. Okay, I just created a directive. If you want to, if you're trying to place this directive again and again, reusability of your code. So you're creating a one component and you're using a multiple places. Okay, and now one more thing. We are just loading a small text. I want to load a template, a external HTML here. So I'm just creating a HTML. I can take a folder called HTML. Inside I'm going to say test.html. Okay, here I'm going to say h1. This is custom directive. This is custom directive from external file. From external file, because we need to see the difference, right? External file. Now in the app.js, what I'll try to do, instead of template, we need to template URL. From where we need to load the template URL, it is there in HTML slash test dot text test dot HTML. See, it's loading from the external templates as well, external HTMLs. Okay, like this, you can able to do a lot of stuff with the Angular1. Okay, present market is also working with Angular1, but going forward it's going to update with Angular2. So that the main difference between Angular1 and Angular2 is Angular1 we are using controller, scope, this stuff, right? But Angular2 is remove that controller and scope. Angular1 we are working with the JavaScript. Angular2 we are working with the TypeScript, which is a superscript of JavaScript. Okay, and there in the Angular 2 we will have a components. We don't have this controller, we don't have this scope, etc., etc. We have components there. Okay, using that components we can have, we can create whatever you want, and you can render in the page. It's pretty much faster comparing to Angular 1. Okay, yeah, so any questions guys, you can ask me in the chat. Questions please. So yeah, yeah, you can ask me questions, guys. But in the meanwhile, I'm saying, so guys, we will provide a real-time training programs like this. We will show you TDD, Mocha, test-driven development, etc., etc., and with the nodejs. Okay, And if any of your friends are interested, just refer to us. And if you want to join to these sessions, right, come to us. Ping me in the WhatsApp or just send me a mail. Okay. We are sure we'll give a in-depth knowledge which is there in the market in now. Okay. And after our sessions, you are able to do your own coding. That assurance I can give it to you. Okay. So any questions? Just ping me in the chat. And yes, you guys can contact me, or you can reach out my web page. Okay. You can note the contact details here. So we have a time, guys, 15 minutes. You can ask me any questions if you have. Yes, Rish. So, Vinod, what your uh, uh, one by one, yeah, Vinod. So, you want complete UI training or you want only AngularJS? See, complete UI training in the sense you can go to the website and you can download the content over there. Okay, Vinod. So basically, we are going to take a 45 days course content for HTML5, CSS3, what do you call it? JavaScript, not JavaScript, RWD, Bootstrap, JS, oops, okay, jQuery, Ajax and AngularJS. And in this, we'll have a little bit of Node.js as well because we need to know the how to run these applications, right? So what is? And Suresh, yes, you're saying, as you said, the future is going to be Angular 2, right? Can we go with the Angular 2? Mm, you can, Suresh, but the problem here is, whatever the topics we have in Angular 1, all there the Angular 2, but few are changed, like directives, okay? What do you call, what else I have? Templating, and that type of stuff is there in the Angular 1. So Angular 1 is basically with the JavaScript, right? If you know the basic JavaScript and object-oriented basic, you can understand Angular 1. But Angular 2 is completely a TypeScript. Without knowing JavaScript, you can't understand JavaScript. I'm sorry, TypeScript. So that's the reason my suggestion is go to the Angular 1, understand it, and then go to Angular 2. Because TypeScript is completely different. Here in the TypeScript, we are using class, different variables like constant, int, let, etc., etc. So if you want to understand that, go with Angular 1 and then go to Angular 2. 45 days course. As of now, we are not planning for that. We didn't prepare that course content, Suresh, with Angular 2. So that's the reason we are giving till Angular 1. If you want Angular 2, that is a separate content again. And if anyone interested for the Node.js, right, we can give a complete Node.js, not like this gulp or grunt. Node.js is a huge, we can interact with IO strips. Like if I have a camera, if you want to get the image of a particular person, and if you want to read that into your application, that we can do with a Node.js. Okay, if you want to know if you want to learn that type of skills, we have a professional with us. Okay, so he's going to take the sessions, and it's a complete Node.js package, complete Node.js. We are working here with the node, with the gulp or grant, some package managers like power installed, browser sync, something like that. If anyone interested for the complete node, yes, we have the professionals. Okay, how much do you charge for the complete UI course? Hey, Vinod, can you call me or can you message me? I'll send you the complete details to you. Okay, and Harsha, sir, where? where we can get the content of the course. I mean the material to learn. Material or content you want, Harsha? Content means whatever we are teaching, I can give that content. If you want material, we are yet to prepare the material, Harsha. We have started that, but it will take some time, and we will prepare the material for each and every course content, and it will be available in the website. And if you want any videos, right, like material in the sense, I can provide you the videos. I have the videos. You can register to UIDESK, what do you call YouTube channel. Go there and subscribe it. You'll get an updates there. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Yep. One more thing for Harsha. Few guys are having some questions like for material thing, right? So if you join with us, right, in my institute, the main advantage here, okay, we are going to give you 100% subject, okay, and daily assignments will be there. And after the sessions, we will provide you the video, recorded video. There will be a live instructor. He is going to give you, he is going to explain you the course. It is not an online training program like it's with the videos. We have a live instructor. He will show the screen whatever I'm doing now. Okay, he will execute each and every program, and he is going to share the details to you. The code which we returned, right? We will share it with you, and we are going to share the videos as well. We will record the videos, okay, and daily assignments will be there. And at the end of the course, we will give a small mini project. We know. So you are saying if you want to do it in a simple website, it's not with an AngularJs. Okay. If you have a huge applications, let's go to AmericanExpress.com. Okay, because I work with American Express. So there, and the personal credit cards, if you open that, it's completely in the AngularJs. Okay, I told you in the demonstration also, a huge applications is developed in AngularJs. Okay, and we can say even hey, anyone knows we are using a WhatsApp, right? Anyone knows what is we will work with the web WhatsApp, right? Okay, how many of you know what is that? What technology the web WhatsApp was used? Have you debugged it? If you get any chance, a simple question for you, Vinod. Have you seen that? Because a WhatsApp is using React.js. Okay, and one more thing, Vinod. You can go to, I think you know Paytm. Paytm, the what do you call cashback web page, I guess, recharges and everything. Okay, that Paytm is also developed in AngularJS. We can go there and can check the code as well. This Paytm is completely developed in AngularJS. Okay, and Harsh is asking question: can we make a simple website using AngularJS? How far it is better to do with the Angular? It's very better because instead of having, see, if you are using a single web page, if you want to use an Angular, go to the single page application using the routes. Okay, so you in the navigation menu you have a 10 links. That means you are going to introduce 10 web pages, 10 pages like about us, services, contact us, courses, something like that. So create a Angular web page for that with using routes. It is one of the best approach to do that. That's based on your idea, Harsha. That's the reason in the real time you will have if your project is starting, we'll have a lot of stuff there. We have a PDP, we have a kickoff meetings, we have a PDP meetings, analysis phase, design phase, development phase. So in these phases, they are going to decide what technology we need to use there. Like that, if you're trying to create a web page, yes, think about it, but it's a better approach if you're working with Angular, even for a single uh, website. I'm saying it's not a huge application, even if it's a single web page, it's very good, and it will improve your performance, page performance. Yeah, any other questions, guys? Do we need to do any database to work for Angular? Not required, because we will have a different teams in the real time growth. Like Java will be the different team members. Salesforce is the different team members. Okay, like this we have a different teams. For front end we have a different team. Front end, our responsibility is write your front end code. I can give you one more approach here, one more demonstration. Like suppose this is my browser. Sorry, yeah, this is my browser. This is the backend server. Okay, browser. This is a server. Backend server. So here I have a Java. Let us take an example, Java, and I have a database, DB. Okay. Now I'm sending a request to the Java. It is a request, and I'm getting a response from the backend. Okay. And inside, it's going to communicate with the database again. The Java is going to communicate with your database. Response, and I can say request. So whatever it's going to happen in the Java and database communication, I don't want anything for that. As I am a front-end developer, I need to concentrate on browser and the request and response. Okay, the what do you call it? The responsibility is from the front end is send the request to the back end. That's it. Suppose I want to send a username and password for the Facebook account. That is my responsibility from the front end perspective. I'll send that. Once Java will receive it, they will write their coding and they will check with the database whether the username is present and password is matching with that. They will send a response back to us, yes, this is a valid user. If it is a valid user, then I will redirect it to main Facebook post page. Then that response I need to take care again. Okay, so you don't need to learn any database for this. If you want to learn it, it's an add-on to your resume. Yeah, last 1 minute, guys. Any other questions before we wind up? So guys, if anyone interested, please contact me. Okay, I given my WhatsApp number as well in the mail. Okay, or else you can note down this number. This is my direct number and the WhatsApp number. Uh, we are one of the best online trainings. You can go to the Urban Pro and you can check there the reviews. Okay, we are giving a what do you call A plus training, guys, for the students. We'll, if you're joining here, we'll give a 100% subject and we'll give a interview questions as well, recorded sessions, and we'll do a lot of stuff. Okay. As a beginner, how many days it requires to learn Angular? Known to me HTML, CSS. Okay, you know already HTML, CSS. If you want to learn Angular, just see, Harsha. Uh, if you concentrate, you can learn it in 1 week. If you're not concentrating, it will take 1 month or 2 months, 3 months, not sure. For training perspective, for AngularJS, we will take 20 days. Okay, and based on your practice, see, we can give you. No one is perfect, right? Okay, if you're learning something, the trainer can give you 50% subject. Rest of the 50% your practice. So then only you will be fulfilled of 100%. right? So our course content for Angular will be 20 days. Sure, Harsha. Okay guys, just drop me a mail if you're interested, if this session is helpful to you. Drop us me a mail, and if anyone of your friend is interested for the UI training,